gotta start over. You have to...
Have a problem with my singing voice?
No, I think you should start over and sing more of it.
No. I
Oh,
haven't
come on.
It just sounded as though you had something in your throat. Thought I might have.
Yes, it's my tongue.
It sounded more
My
like
voice.
a bit of constipation.
Why does everyone say
Oh
it all the
dear.
time?
I mean, come on.
It's my voice, okay? I'm not constipated. My bowels are moving properly.
Are you sure? It sounds very pressed.
I'm quite positive. Do you want to see?
No, thank you.
I can give you
I'll
a
take your
prime
word for it.
example.
We had it earlier, actually. We earlier had a
I
theory
believe you.
of how to check the divinity of a rabbit. Because we were discussing, hey, I might be thinking about a rabbit for a snack and I don't want to eat a deity. The common suggestion was to stick a finger up its butt.
Oh.
Oh wow.
I'm not saying you
Check for
couldn't,
divinity.
but I'm not saying it would end very well either.
Nope. I'm still fascinated by how that thought came up, but... Well, I mean, for Theodoros, on the other hand...
I mean, just insult whatever it is, directly or indirectly, until you're either cursed or you're not. And,
That's
well,
exactly what I want to avoid.
that's the Theodoros method.
Indeed. That's what I usually do.
He's only been cursed once. And he's cursed the gods how many times? So it can't
I've been
be that
cursed 3
bad.
times, Jill. 4 times, actually.
Having,
Well, your,
having a large penis
your
isn't
argument
a curse.
is,
Having...
It was a curse to me, okay?
have you ever had someone step on it?
Oh,
If it's too large and he keeps stepping on it, I assure you it is a curse.
Did you step on
It's
it?
not as bad as him anymore, but when it first transpired on me, I almost choked myself with it.
Yes,
By
You're
accident.
sticking
curse.
it in your mouth?
you choked? Well,
No!
you choked in your own...
Just I wrapped it around my neck,
His mouth.
as a shawl.
What? Oh no.
Like a nice tie. I
At
needed
least
to
you
put it
could
somewhere,
keep
okay?
track of it.
I couldn't just drag it, behind me like a tail.
Alright, to be fair, it's better than stepping on it.
Exactly.
Choking
It's
on it or
sensitive.
stepping on it. Okay.
As I said, a curse.
Look, have you ever heard about the concept of autoerotic asphyxiation?
Wait, what was the first part?
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
I don't know
I think
what
I
to
was
say.
I'm sorry, one more time.
Outer. You said outer world asphyxiation.
No, I said autoerotic asphyxiation.
Oh, autoerotic. Oh. Okay.
Yes, he says auto, because, regional dialect. It's out of
I
us.
said outer world.
No.
I mean, I'd like to try it, but
I'm sure you would.
Naturally.
Well, now that we have properly discussed my penis again, what's next on the agenda?
I sincerely hope you're not stepping on it anymore. Or choking on it.
It's...
But
Look,
if I may, for a moment, redirect the conversation briefly to make sure that everyone understands. 4 p.m. Eastern Stars, Milithos, Thursday. Meet up, rally up, prepare for the fight.
okay.
Good.
Have they already decided?
I'm not. No, go ahead.
Have they already decided who's going to be doing what?
No, funny enough, that's what our meeting yesterday was supposed to be about, and nobody
Wait, there was
told.
another meeting yesterday?
No,
there was a meeting
that's
about a
exactly
meeting that was about to happen.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
no. There was a meeting supposed to happen, and nobody was told that there was supposed to be a meeting.
Lovely. Typhon is good as that, with our meeting skills.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fascinating.
Who is
I
that?
wake up. 20 minutes before the meeting time, fly over to Crix's place. Nobody's awake. I fly over to the villa. Wait, I know that the meeting was supposed to take place, but we weren't told the time and place. So shrug. And at that point, I said, "Fuck this! I'm going back to bed."
Interesting.
I believe that's fair.
Yes. At this point, I just hope that we all make it out in one piece.
Suppose we'll find out.
Yep. But yeah, that is important to remember. Time and place, don't mix it up. No rituals involved, no demon sex involved, none of that, okay?
Did you say demon sex?
I think he did.
Yes. No of that. Because I need to still talk to Kraska and how the fuck that came to be.
But how are we supposed to bring, people to engage in it if we don't offer them any demon sex? We need some kind of hook.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people
Wow.
would be interested in that.
I would.
Me
Speak for
too.
yourself.
I mean, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, sure.
He doesn't even
Look,
listen.
if
Never
that mental connection was
been-
anything to go off, then it feels horrible to even be near them for long enough.
I feel
Now, if I imagine it going further than that, oh, nope, nope, nope.
No boy.
demon sex.
I put it in 3 words. Painful, exhausting, and nope.
He should try.
And what was
sex with
just a mental
god, then.
connection to share a vision?
Is that what it was like with Zeus?
Exhausting.
Let me see.
And that was just a mental connection to share a vision. It was brief enough. Actually learned today how demons came to be. Apparently some humans thought it would be awesome to eat titan flesh.
Oh.
Oh boy.
How curious.
Yes.
Now, I hope you make the distinction between demons and demons.
What's the difference?
Well, one is what he describes, and the other would include Onirai, Eris, Nemesis, etc.
I mean, Nemesis told me that that's how demon came to be, so, I'll take it as it is. I'm
Hi, Jess.
not exactly sure what she meant then, but
Perhaps she was making a distinction between those created that way and those of us
yes.
born of Nyx.
Yes, like neither of us was referring to your kind.
So wait, you're a boner?
Wait, what?
A what?
Wait,
A demon.
well, since he's like a bone of Nyx, does that mean he's a boner?
I'm flattered, Theodoros, but I'm afraid you're not my type.
I see.
Again, how did we end up here? I'm fascinated by this conversation.
Me
I'm just
too.
asking
Keep going,
follow-up
guys.
questions.
Keep going. Hi, Nacho.
No, I was born
Oh,
of Nyx.
I heard that you were a bone of Nyx. That's why I asked if you were a boner.
Well, I suppose one could
I'm good.
say that.
I'm just in an RP situation
metaphorically.
and I wanted to record. And I don't know how to just record and upload
I have
like,
Alright,
As
metaphorical
I was-
boner.
I just went live so I could capture
I was
it.
a part
I'm
of
really
Nyx.
tired, but
created from her. And yes, no, I believe that follows. Yes.
Makes sense to me.
To be honest, I've been called worse.
So was I.
hi, Amaya. I'm not
I
staying
am
live long.
fascinated.
I just
This has been quite the learning experience.
Yes.
A symposium.
you know what?
You will.
I have another inquiry. More for you. But Cassia, you were there when Cassia made the deal with Hades, right? When
Yes.
she asked
About it.
to offer her, well, take her brother's place in Hades so he could live a life here. I remember Hanavi saying that 2 weeks of death was like, what, equivalent to a year in Hades? Or in the underworld?
3 years.
3 years. So she wants...
Quite.
How long has her brother been dead? 3
I
years?
think 4 years at this point. Or months.
So, if her
least.
brother's been dead 3 to 4 years, and she takes his place and his soul, and he comes back, what is he going to be like? Is he going to come back? What is the math on that?
Is there any chance for him
He'd-
to be normal?
Would he be coming back as a monster that's been tormented for, I don't know, 50 years? I guess I don't know the math on this one, but would he come
Whether
back
or not
normal?
he retains the memories of that place, I'm not sure. But if his mortal coil was restored, it would probably be restored at the point where he left it.
So he wouldn't remember the torture and the torment of where he is now. Even though
Who can say?
even though he lived there longer than, I guess not lived there, but has been there longer than he was ever here.
Little one, you've got to understand that I left through the gates every night.
Mm-hmm.
Time for me was the same as it was for a mortal. As you slept, I was the one to bring, well, the things that weren't so pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
So time for me was counted much as it was for you. But when it comes to death and resurrection, I'm afraid that simply wasn't part of my responsibilities.
Of course, we were just asking in general if there is anything that you would be able to provide so that we can convince Cassia not
Yeah.
throw her life away, save her brother. I think that
What is it that she wants?
To take
she
his
wants
place.
to bring him back because she feels responsible for killing him.
Is she responsible for killing him?
Wait,
Yes,
she wants to take his place.
Because she killed him?
yes. She poisoned him by accident.
How do you poison somebody by accident?
That's her story to say, but she
His-
feels guilty and she is guilty.
So she wants to take his place.
And Theo wants to
Yes.
take her place.
Yes, but Nemesis or Hades didn't really give me that opportunity. So I
If
need to find another way.
if Cassia were to take the place of her brother, then her brother would end up with the same years, possibly with the same memories as she has right now. After all,
What does that
Nemesis would ensure that a balance is maintained.
mean? What do you mean, the years and the memories? Her memories?
And probably even her
No.
body.
Perhaps, although I'm not so sure on that.
Well, if you think back to Cassandra, what happened when
Yeah.
they right? It was Cassandra they were trying to bring back.
Yes.
And he didn't have a body because he'd been dead for what, like 200 years?
But did he have anyone offering to take his place?
I don't actually know. He
Actually,
would
I
take
did.
on her.
If Cassia were to take the place of her brother, then the scales would tip that way. So the question is, how do you balance it?
The scales would tip towards which way? And how she sees this as balancing it.
Cassia is living. Her brother is not.
But she would be dead if she took his place. And that wouldn't balance it?
And, well, with that, where would her brother end up?
Don't look at me, Jilly. I'm as confused as you are.
If Cassia takes the place of the dead, then
Yeah.
someone has to take her place among the living.
So he would have to take her body, because I assume she would be offering that as well, right? Because his is already gone for 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Does that sound like something he'd want to come back and live in his sister's body? The sister that
Yeah.
killed him.
Yeah.
He'd have to be
think
reminded of
Epi is
that
right.
every day, looking at her face in a mirror.
Yeah. And Hades wouldn't care about this at all. It's not something that he would even worry about.
So
Even my sister wouldn't be terribly concerned, because it would be balanced.
Exactly.
trading one
You are
torment
right,
for
Epi.
another.
And if I gave my life for Cassius, and I would trade, then probably he would return and be in my body? That could work.
Perhaps. Now I'd like you to keep in mind that, again, my duties never extended beyond the gates of horn and ivory.
I understand, Epi. And we are grateful for your expertise, even though it's not fully certain what would happen. We still appreciate the consultation.
Such as it is what I offer.
Well, I'll talk to her and I'll try to convince her to not go with that deal. I don't think it's a good idea. I never thought it was a good idea, but I just don't want her to die.
Maybe you could talk to her. She's not going to listen to him.
I'll make her listen.
All mortals are doomed to die.
I wouldn't call it a doom. I would call it a promise of glorious death.
And therein lies the beauty. Perhaps that's why Hera sent me here in the first place. Do you know what it is she told me? Why she stripped me of my divinity, put me here? To understand the mortal plight. And in you, Theodoros, and in Cassia, even Gilly, Hanavi, and countless others. I believe I'm starting to understand. No matter how short the time, it's what you do with it. And how you approach it. Or, in your case, how you charge through it as part of a phalanx.
Oh!
Yeah,
Death
I asked you earlier.
is not.
Nothing. Incomplete thought.
Death is not a bad thing. It's not an evil thing.
For
It
him,
just
who's
is.
gonna live forever.
Do you remember what I told you about nightmares?
Which part?
When you asked if I would ensure that you had none.
I do remember. I asked him
You
if...
can't have. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It means more coming from you.
Well, you told me a few things, so I don't know if it's what you want me to say, but I asked him if he would still give me nightmares now that he knew what he was and he could control it. And he said yes, he would still give me nightmares. That way I would always remember my dreams.
Because without bad dreams,
Wait, does he want me to finish the sentence? You're terrified of death? Because without bad dreams, you'd never remember the good ones. Right?
precisely.
I almost said that, but I wasn't sure if it was
And
exactly
without
that.
death, life means so much less.
I wonder what Spartan's about to say, to yell, to ruin it. I'm waiting.
All that being said, how you choose to spend the time that you've got, that's up to you.
Oh, I just saw this right here.
And no one,
I didn't have
be
to
it
chat it.
man or God,
Damn, I hate when I do that.
should tell you otherwise. You know, perhaps the Spartans have it right. To face death on their terms. Gloriously. Charging in.
Hell yeah.
It's odd that they all have similar nightmares. Or perhaps it makes sense now. Now that I've been here.
I hate having the HUD on, but I miss the chat when I do. Or when I turn
A
it off.
useless death. Warrants quite the nightmare. But I don't think you've got to worry about that, Theodoros.
No. I don't worry about nightmare. I have enough on my plate to worry about when I'm not dreaming. But I appreciate it, Abby.
Of course.
And I'm sorry about your situation. I heard that you aren't exactly allowed to leave these lands with Jilly and Sotek. You know, you had a plan.
Of that? I'm not sure. I say we worry about Typhon first.
Of course.
After all, if he wins, whether or not we leave these lands will be irrelevant.
That is true.
Have they started digging?
Digging.
Yes. Around Buccaneers Bay.
I don't know.
Why digging?
The way I figure it, if we start digging now and get a pit, then Theodoros can Spartan kick Typhon into that pit, and we really won't have much to worry about.
Well, he has a backup plan. You should see his thong. It's a bejeweled thong.
I
Well,
appreciate
if I saw his backup plan, I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise, of course.
I appreciate both of these suggestions, but I would still prefer to go with the narrow corridor first. And then I would resort to either Spartan kick it to the
Well,
pit or
to be
to
fair,
seduce it with my way.
there's that whole path down there where the bones are. It's kind of a narrow
Yes.
corridor.
The
That's what I was
hot
referring to
gates.
earlier.
I know that place quite well.
Just tell me one thing, Epiales. Is there any hidden path we should worry about? I need to know.
A hidden path. Oh!
I can't say that there is. And I also can't say that there's any bargain that one could offer.
Let's pray to the
Especially-
gods!
The God
That's the
King.
Indeed.
There's a path
That
on
would
the mountain.
circumvent that. I've been up and down that ridge, the bones, quite a lot, and
We used to live there, Epi.
it's quite impassable.
Mm. Have you seen...
Well.
Do you remember how big he is?
It is the one place that you find that.
I see.
That's why I know it.
Oh. I actually didn't know that. I was wondering where he got all that.
Well,
I have
I'm
like
glad that you have
nothing
a
in my
plan.
backpack. Look.
I will lead it to that narrow corridor where his numbers will count for nothing.
Back to the hot gates, then.
Indeed. And if I die, the whole Sparta will arrive too. Well,
Do what they do best.
He told
Indeed.
Spartan Chili was half Persian. Epiales did.
And
let's hope that
your,
he's foolish enough to kill me.
and your legend shall live on. In the nightmares of Persians. I'll see to it.
Thank you. Well, speaking of nightmares, I should probably go and deal with my own. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for giving me some hope. I can't wait to face the typhoon.
It's like 12:30 in the afternoon for him.
I'm sure it'll work out. Or it won't.
No, 11. He's 7 hours ahead of me. 7 and a
We'll
half.
see.
One way or another, things will go boom. That's all I care about.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
Rest well.
Farewell.
Good night, Spartan. See you tomorrow.
Right. Just remember, Julie, no more sex.
No, no more.
Wow.
I've been rejected twice today. Epi and the Spartan.
You mammals are weird.
Did you call me a mammoth? I'm not a mammoth, jerk.
Mammal.
Memos. Fair enough.
At least I assume you are. I'm not sure actually. Does your kind lay eggs?
They can, yes.
Makes it difficult.
It depends on their mate. If they have one.
I had the same predicament with Halo.
Well, I guess I'll go so I don't interrupt the two of you. What? Not you. Damn it, anchovy. Oops.
Were you going to show me where my sister's temple was?
Wait, what? You know where your sister's oh, yes. Actually, it's below. Do you have a horse?
I do.
I was thinking Nemesis, but he's not talking about Nemesis. He's talking about his other sister. Oh! It's actually not far from here. Are you waiting for them, or...?
No,
Okay.
I don't see why.
I just wanted to capture that because I wanted to capture that. So I'm not keeping the stream up. I just wanted to have that for later so that I could watch it again tomorrow. Because they always say things that I pick up the second time that I didn't pick up right away. So I love to actually go back and watch those little moments like that so I remember everything. What did he say about which part? You're like, what did he say? And I'm like, what? Well, what did he say for me to tell you what he said? Hi, Goldie. Okay, I'm cutting stream because I'm just gonna actually. Oh, man, I always love what Epiales has to say. And what you guys didn't see was Epiales told the Spartan Jilly was half Persian. He said, I think it was after he said they couldn't have any more sex. And Epi was, I think he said, well, that makes sense because she's half Persian or something like that. I can't remember the exact. I know John has it recorded because he's been recording the whole thing the entire night again. So, well, I'll have to go back and ask him. Where did you go? Oh, about, yeah, that's what it was. Where are you? Hey, over here. Wait, where are you going? This way. This way. Hey, where are you going? Epi. Where are you going? Okay, alright. I'm so torn because I always love what he has to say. Even though half of the time it's cryptic. I actually deleted in Discord my going live. The auto going live. Because I was like, no, I don't want anybody to see. Jerks. There's still 10 of you here. Why are you here? Go to bed. This one here.
I'm curious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kim, give me your thoughts. This is where Alora used to live. She had built Sensations, where the Spartan bought that fuck you potion and give to me, the fuck you perfume. I told you about that, didn't I?
Of course. I remember.
You're in bed. What kind of offerings would you give Eris? What makes sense? Oh! You don't have to turn that off. Oh, just kidding. Oh, it's fucking hitting his bird.
Let me see.
That was a really creepy laugh.
This is good. No, this is spot on.
What do you mean? I can't fucking see it. There we go.
Eris is the reason we dream. Sorry, that's just not accurate.
So it is wrong.
The Oniri, or the reason that anyone dreams, good or bad. Eris has but little to do with it.
That's why we were curious about this, their information. And where the glass ceiling came into play. Go back to bed. I do want to keep this though. Like I do want to hear what he has to say, so. Would you like I could put a note down, or I can give you a note if you want to correct it. So, Eris is an Oniri. I, for some reason, thought she was... I don't know more on this level of, like,
No, Eris is not an Oniri.
No, that's Athena.
She
And Ares.
stands as similar to Nemesis.
Ares is the god of war. Eris is the one we're talking about. Well, I don't know what Nemesis is. I thought she was an Oniri, but I guess she's not.
A daughter of Nyx, but not an Oniri.
But how are you an Oniri, but a son of Nyx? Is there a difference?
The Oniri. We are the dark-winged spirits regarding dreams. With our leader, tentatively, being Morpheus. Does Gaia have other children, aside from the Fae?
Sure.
So not all children of Gaia are Fae.